you're going about your day. How you're going about your day. He asks you some questions and won't let you run away. Would you rather have a finger growing out of your cheek or have no skin on the bottom of your feet? Would you rather have laser vision or turn invisible? Now make a decision. Shitty wizard flying through the air. Shitty wizard magic everywhere. Shitty wizard you just can't compare. Shitty wizard learning to care.
Hello and welcome to Streamy Dreams with the Shitty Wizards. I'm your shitty host Caitlin, and I'm joined as always by the shitty Laurel.
And I'm wondering, hey, what you doing with that there hammer, Adam?
I have a hammer.
Adam looks like he is in love with a hammer, and it's very upsetting.
Yeah, I can't tell if you're like cradling it like a baby or just really prepped for...
Adam is gonna straight up murder us. That's gonna be the Christmas surprise.
If anybody asks a bad question, I'm gonna axe throw it at them. No, there was a claw hammer on the fucking table. And
claw and a hammer.
I used to work in factories with these things a lot, and I just like fiddling with them.
It's comforting, right?
It's
Something comforting about the weight of a claw hammer in your hand.
It's gotta be a claw hammer. It's gotta be.
Yeah, there's just... Claw hammer is home.
Yeah. And we're joined today by Super Science Friends creator Brett Jubinville and also our wonderful audio technician.
Yes, hopefully the audio is working, otherwise I will skip over to the computer and fix it.
So this is our Christmas special. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Oh good, let's all sing different Christmas songs at once.
This is how we do it here at Shitty Wizards.
Oh, come on. No, okay.
So all of our Would You Rathers are going to be Christmas themed, strictly Christmas themed. If you have any Christmas themed Would You Rathers, please...
It's not where I thought you were going to go. I thought you were going to be like, so keep that Hanukkah shit to yourself.
We don't tolerate other religions here.
Kwanzaa, get out of here!
I should say holiday themed because, you know, we like to be respectful.
Do we? I feel like that's not true.
So, yeah, shoot your holiday themed Would You Rathers right into that chat and we will get to them later. All right, Laurel, do you want to start this holiday ball rolling?
Yes. Okay, so, would you rather have tinsel for hair? All your hair, so even your eyelashes. Ooh, it's all tinsel,
even
all
your
the time.
eyelashes. We all know what you mean.
I know, eyelashes would be worse. I could deal with the other one. Or... would you rather have Frosty the Snowman syndrome, which is a thing I made up and will explain, which is you have to wear your special magical hat. If you don't, and you're not in like a deep freezer, you're going to melt.
So if you have the hat on, you won't melt regardless.
Yeah, you're like a living snowman. You're not actually cold like a snowman, but you have to wear the hat basically to stay alive.
I really like the idea of you having the hat, and without it you melt, but you're not made out of snow.
Yeah.
You're still just meat.
You will liquefy, though.
Ugh.
And someone's going to have to clean that up.
If you start to melt and then somebody puts the hat back on, do you unmelt?
Yeah, you can. You have a, what do they call a saving throw?
What a nightmare. Just unmelting a pile of meat
Frosty the
juice.
Snowman? It's pretty crazy. They actually put the hat right on the puddle, and I think he comes back. I won't give you that much. Or actually...
like, if you get to puddle
yes,
stage...
I will grant that. Even if you're a puddle stage, if someone puts the hat on the puddle, they can save you. But, so tell your friends about the hat. And hope that they believe you. Although, if you turn into a puddle, they probably believe you at that point.
Okay.
Like, I just saw a man melt in front of my eyes.
I don't know. Would you drink it? That's the real question.
Does it hurt to melt?
I would say that it's uncomfortable, but it's not...
It's like a bad tummy ache.
No, worse than that, but not as bad as like being hacked to pieces.
Fair enough. The reason why I ask is because with most of these questions, I look at how useful would this be to give people nightmares. So it's you take the hat off.
You're running a real risk, though.
And you start melting in front of them, and they're like, oh god, and then you put it back on, and you're just like, and you go back to normal, and then you
But
just walk
you
away.
can't put it back on. Someone else has to get that hat.
Why does somebody else have to do it?
Because you're a puddle?
Well, how quickly do you melt?
Yeah.
Is it like
Oh, I see.
instantaneous?
You're melting halfway and then putting it
Yeah,
on.
and then you put it
Gotcha,
back on.
gotcha. Yeah, I would say it hurts. It would feel like getting scalded in a hot bath.
Oh, God.
Can we choose the style of hat?
We
Because it's going to be like one of those Cat in the Hat things that you get at parades. I don't know.
It's gotta be a yarmulke. We'll keep it on together. No, I would say you can pick, but it's... Yeah, you can. I'll let you pick.
All right.
What's your hat? What hat are you wearing, Brett?
I'm having a dope-ass fedora, I would
Oh,
say.
God.
Gross, dude.
Well, if I gotta wear this hat all the time, that's a hat for all
That's
events.
a hat that never goes out of
You
style.
can wear a
For
fedora,
sure.
you can wear it with a suit, you can wear it with, shorts.
And it has no uncomfortable social baggage at all.
You can tip it down to be super serious or lean it back if you're in a casual mood.
I'm gonna do that, but on the flip side, I'm gonna do full-on beret.
Oh, God.
I'll be that person.
Oh.
I can tip it to the side, or I can pull it back.
Unless you're
It's
French
so
or Monica
versatile.
Lewinsky, you cannot pull off a beret.
I'm gonna wear like one of those like Indiana Jones leather cowboy hats
Nice.
all the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now that's a hat that never goes out of style.
All of these are awful.
What about like a visor?
Oh yeah, like you're
Oh no.
an old lady playing tennis.
Yeah.
Oh, I
or an
just realized.
accountant.
Yeah, I was going to say the people that are always crunching numbers at the old-timey calculator things.
I know people that are 24/7 baseball cap wearers for sure. They
Ugh,
definitely
so
sleep with those
gross.
things on. I don't think they have hair, so it's fun.
Wait, brings up a good point. Does this thing get like grody? Like, are we gonna have to wash this hat?
Yeah, what if you need to wash your disgusting hat and then you just
Wash it
melt?
quick. Wash it quick. I would say that the hat is in a permanent state of. It kind of seems like an older hat. It doesn't seem like brand new, but it's never going to get any worse.
Mhm.
Okay.
So with the hair, because we haven't explored that at all, does it grow like hair, or do you just have tinsel hair and when it's gone, it's gone?
It grows like hair.
Okay. So you can cut it and shave it and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about like your arm hair?
Oh my god, you with a tinsel beard!
Do you know
Oh,
how
look
shiny
so
I would
fabulous.
be? I would be so shiny.
Oh, dude,
I'd be
yes.
so shiny and pretty.
We'd all have
You
tinsel beards though, because we've all got that little peach fuzz.
Yeah, everybody's got a little bit of peach fuzz on their
Yeah,
face.
but it wouldn't. We would like Kayla and I would just look sparkly because
Right.
they're so
Aw.
tiny. Yeah, we would just have weird shimmery faces.
Definitely going with tinsel hair.
Yeah.
That's only an
Also,
improvement.
you could dress your beard like a Christmas tree every year and just put the decorations around your head.
The main issue that I have, so for me, the tinsel one seems like the easy choice because it's less of a hassle and you get to be shiny.
Mhm.
The issue is though that I have 2 cats, and if you've ever pulled tinsel out of a cat's asshole, which I
I
have,
have
Oh,
not.
what?
they love to eat that shit. Cats love to eat tinsel.
I had cats for many years and I never had to pull tinsel out of anyone's asshole.
I sure
Your
did.
cat's one of those like strange addiction cats.
No, look it up on the internet. It's a problem a lot of people have, and to be fair,
I pictured it.
yeah, it's as bad as you think it is. When I was a kid, the cat that I had growing up liked to eat tinsel, so we had to stop putting it on the Christmas tree. But we learned the hard way because the first year that we had her, that I remember anyway, because I was a child, she ate a bunch of tinsel, and they can't pass it all the way, so you have to grab it and slowly pull it out. And let me tell you, they love it. They're big
Oh
fans.
no!
It's even worse that they enjoy it.
No, I was
Yeah.
being sarcastic.
Oh well,
And
still
imagine
bad.
like a small labored like meow that happens like as you're doing it, and you're just like, I don't like it either.
Yeah, they tend to bite.
What I want to know is what kind of asshole buys tinsel?
Like
What?
everybody.
Everyone.
What are you
That
doing?
makes it worse. What are you doing? What is this? The 80s? Get out of here with that shit.
That was, I think, the first long pause of like, what the fuck are you talking about? This show's ever had.
Everyone loves tinsel.
Tinsel is festive and delightful,
What? No,
Laurel.
wait,
God
wait.
damn it.
It would be so like uncomfortable to have his hair. Also, it'll tear like tinsel. So if someone like, if you get your hair
So it's
caught
fragile.
yeah, it's as fragile as tinsel.
Yeah.
But I'd say it grows twice as fast as regular hair.
Oh
Oh
god.
Jesus.
So,
I already hate having any kind of hair cuts.
Why do you
happening.
think I have a full beard? It's not that I like having a beard, yes, but at the same time, it started because it was me acknowledging that this is a fight that I can't win.
But cutting it's so easy. You can just tear it.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to. No barber is gonna accept Tinsel head.
Well,
You're gonna have to
why
cut
not?
your own hair. Well, I guess they would, but it would seem
Yeah.
like a waste.
Wait, could you monetize this?
Sell tinsel with your. I mean, hair doesn't even twice as fast as regular hair growing time. That's
Yeah,
not
you're
enough
not
to
producing millions of dollars with a tinsel.
No, you're not.
Also, I don't think tinsel is particularly expensive to produce.
No, it's like 30 cents per pound.
Also, the idea that it was grown from a human body makes it less desirable.
or more desirable.
So you like, do you still have to shampoo your hair? Is this tinsel getting like greasy?
It would get greasy like from your skin, but it wouldn't produce its own oils the way hair does.
Right.
So I'd say you could just wash it with your body wash.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume everybody uses body wash. None of that bar soap shit here.
Yeah, when
I'm just throwing shade on all these like totally normal things.
I don't like tinsel and I don't like soap.
No, bar soap. It's gotta be liquid soap.
I feel like for me, I gotta go with the hat thing, and I would choose
Just for pranks?
yeah, like I would choose a top hat because one, I think top hats are stupid and I love them.
They're pretty classy though. They do.
But
look
that's the
nice.
thing, you get a top hat and then you can convince people that you're a ghost, an old-timey ghost, and then when they say like, oh, you're full of shit or you're just some crazy guy on the street, you take the hat off and start to melt in front of them.
Instant Halloween costume.
You know, there you go.
Also, a top hat's gonna make you look taller, so it's a win-win.
Absolutely. And then if you grow a big stupid curly mustache, nobody will say it looks out of place with a top hat.
Top hats are probably the most risky of the hats though, because like a good gust of wind, like those things get
Yeah,
knocked off
that's
so
true.
easily.
It would get knocked off real easy.
If you're just like running down the street and a bus comes, what?
You're running down the street after your top hat that's blowing, and you're melting at the same time. We're like, welcome back.
Listen, if I gotta die, that's how I want to go.
That's true.
and you're just like leaving puddles of melted atom along
Awesome.
the sidewalk.
You're just selling me on it.
Yeah,
Even better.
I will say, like, so someone can put the hat back on you and you can come back puddle style, but that's got like a limit on it. It's-
Okay, I have a question about the logistics of this coming back from a puddle thing. If like
you just literally reverse melt.
yeah, but what if like your puddle is dispersed? As we've said, like Adam's running down the
Yeah.
street, he's leaving chunks of melted
Well,
atom.
you were the
all
one
around
who
the
said he would
place.
be leaving chunks. He's not leaving chunks. He
Oh,
melts
okay.
in one
He just
puddle.
melts into one single puddle.
And like, if there's any drips or whatever off in the distance, they just kind of like come together. They just all collect
Okay, fair enough.
wherever they are.
It's got a little bit of street dirt in them.
That's fine.
Yeah, you just go through.
I'm gonna do the hat as well, but I've changed my mind. I'm not gonna do the fedora since you guys shamed me.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Goddamn right, milady.
I want to know what else you're gonna pick now.
I'm gonna do one of
Bonnet.
those, like, you know the caps that like a cab driver would wear in the
Oh, yeah,
old timeys. It's like the little
Paperboy hat.
Yeah, a little paperboy
I
hat.
love
I
those
thought you were
hats.
going for like a beanie.
No.
With a little propeller.
At least it would keep your ears warm in the winter.
Yeah, like a Peaky Blinders hat. That's,
Yeah,
that's
the
what I
Yeah,
wear.
that's
Oh,
a
nice.
that's a
Yeah.
classic cat.
Yeah, we can go like,
We'll let that one slide.
all right.
We'll give you that one.
I'm gonna have to pick hat too. That
Really?
image of like, yeah, it would be fun. Plus,
I don't want to be a slave to a goddamn hat.
I don't even wear hats that often, but I could commit to it just for like freaking people out with my melty face. even like do the little cap lift and be like, hello.
No, I'm going with tinsel hair. I'm
gonna
gonna
use
look
my cat hat.
festive all year round.
You could probably be like a rock star with
Yeah,
tinsel hair.
exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or a porn star.
Yeah. There's some like tinsel freak out there who's gonna be logging on
It's
to like
already
tinselporn.com.
someone's fetish for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, 100% somebody's fetish.
And you could do that thing where you like tear off a couple little bits and you throw it into the audience like
Mhm.
confetti, just like.
And you could do the
Yeah.
thing where you like mail it to your fans if they pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like $200 for a little cut of my tinsel hair.
Now you don't have to sell your panties online anymore.
Finally.
Just your body stuff.
Hair's disposable. Although, can they clone you from your tinsel hair?
Does it have my DNA in it?
Yes.
Ew, what? Okay, that just made it weird.
Yeah, that made it weird.
That was the line.
Sorry.
We crossed it. Okay, I think we've run out of tinsel hair.
I think it's run its course.
It's run its course.
It's. Oh no, I thought there was a pun in there. There isn't.
Okay, I'm gonna do my would you rather now. Is that alright?
Go.
Okay.
I have questions.
I've got two. I'm just trying to decide which one's the best. Okay, this one is for you, Adam, because I know how
Merry
much
Christmas.
you love this. Would you rather have to buy a gift for your significant other every day of the year,
Mm-hmm.
or would you rather have to throw a surprise party for your significant other every night of the year?
Oh, that's easy.
Well, definitely the first one.
Yeah, I would buy a gift.
So easy.
That to me honestly sounds more fun than the once a year Christmas gift, because that there's so much pressure to get like a really good one. Whereas if you're getting them a gift every day, it could just be like, here's a fucking donut.
No, it has to be a proper gift. Like, you have to wrap it.
I'd wrap it. Oh no, I would make it
into
special. I would go to that like fancy. It would be a lot of like little
And like, if
things,
you
though.
get them a shitty gift, they're gonna be real mad at you. Like,
You
it's
don't
gonna
get
be
to
like
determine
silent
that.
treatment.
if I got him a shitty gift like this Christmas, he wouldn't be mad at me. Why is he all of a sudden mad at me now?
Because the wizard has commanded
This
it.
this is so easy. I mean, and the funny thing is I do this kind of already. I like to spoil my wife as much as possible, so I'll buy her little
Look, Caitlin,
things.
we're good people.
You were moaning the other day about how much you hated buying gifts. I thought this was really gonna get you.
I hate buying gifts like as a whole because you kind of have to guess what people like or what they've already got. Like getting gifts for my partner is the easiest thing in the world. It's keeping them a secret from her that's the hard part. Because I'm a terrible liar and I crumble as soon as she puts any pressure on me at all. As soon as she's like, "What'd you get me?" I'm just go, "Get what? I don't. All right, I got you this." That's how those conversations go. So yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
and
There's something nice about the idea of like pampering someone, just being like, I got you your daily gift.
and also I'm a grown man, which means I'm emotionally stunted. So instead of doing grand romantic gestures, I can be like, "Look, I bought a thing to express my affection and love." and it is true. I like to pamper. You know, like just little treats or whatever. It doesn't have to
like
be
you can
crazy
make them
thing.
little things instead. I like the idea of like not being like this one big pressure. It's just kind of like a nice little thing you do
every
day.
gift that you get has to be better than the last one.
No, it doesn't.
Expectations
No,
get
it
higher
doesn't.
and higher and higher.
No,
But it doesn't.
I think there's two ways you could even this out. You could either increase the monetary value of the gift, so it's like $100 a day gift,
Oh.
or
Okay, yeah, now
or
it's
make
getting-
the surprise party like once a month instead of once a day.
Yeah, throwing us. I hate organizing people for parties because it's a nightmare and no one's ever cooperative. But having to do that, and I'd have to go to a party every night.
The
Yeah.
problem.
I like partying on the weekend or maybe the occasional Tuesday because those are fun. But every day,
Every day.
I would get tired of that.
I
real
would pick
fast.
that one to make everyone's life miserable.
People would just stop hanging out with you. You realize that, right?
Yeah, you would
The
have
second-
to like,
It's gonna drive
find-
people away.
Yeah.
You have to just start like hiring strangers to come to these parties.
Yeah.
And by definition, it's not going to be a surprise if it happens every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise because he'll come here and I'll be like, surprise! And be like, oh god, not again.
That's a good way to get broken up with.
Yeah,
too, I think.
maybe that's the one to do because you're going to get broken up with in like 4 days,
And
and then you don't have to do it anymore.
Or do you still have to do it?
No,
Yeah, what if they break up with you?
What if you're single?
Yeah, you'd have to find another boyfriend and then
But it starts all
starts
over.
immediately
I would
again.
just stay single.
I keep picturing in my head that you have this, and then you being like, "Hey, we're doing a surprise party," and I should be like, "Caitlin, no, Caitlin, fuck off."
Yeah, but wouldn't you once want to come to my cool ass
Once.
party?
Once.
One
Honestly,
time.
I'd probably come twice a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd come over twice a month maybe and bring a little gift.
You have to bring gifts for everyone.
Get my fucking phone number changed so you can't text me anymore about
Also,
your
that's
goddamn.
what she said. I know it's too late, but
Real slow on the draw with those. That's what she said. Jokes today, Laurel.
I'm off my game. What can I say?
Yeah.
No, I would come to your parties all the time, but not every day.
Come on, Laurel.
Not every day.
I throw a mean party.
I know, but I've got shit to do.
She's got soccer to play.
Yeah. Alright, that one was a dud. Let me try again. I got a better one.
Okay.
Give me one more
does Brett
try.
have one?
Give
He's
me
the
one
guest.
more chance.
Take two.
Okay, would you rather have to spend a whole day debating with your most racist relative, or would you rather spend a whole day in transit nightmare, like missed flights, lost passport, missed connections?
Do I
etc.?
know it's going to happen?
No.
So it's just like it's going to happen one random time where it's a whole day.
Yeah.
Oh, so 24 hours in an argument?
24 hours in an argument with your most unpleasant racist relative.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's fight.
You gonna fight?
I'm ready to fight.
Oh no, really?
I get so stressed out when, like, transit gets all fucked up. That's also something that, like, I live that occasionally already, and it's just like, I don't need another one.
Yeah, and it's like, it's gonna be when you're like trying to get somewhere real important. Like you're going on vacation and suddenly you lost your passport and you missed your flight.
Or you missed your flight by 12 hours and you're hallucinating because you haven't slept in 3 days. And
Yeah, I feel like that one's gonna happen for both of you guys specifically anyway. Because I know it's happened in the past.
I've lived through both of these things and neither of them are pleasant, trust me.
yeah.
And what was yours, Laurel? That you said, like, yeah, I'm ready for my flight at 6 p.m.
No, it was the 12. I mixed up the 12 a.m., 12 p.m. And I actually stayed up, like, had stayed up the night before because it was New Year's. I had traveled for New Year's. And then I'd stayed up again because I thought my flight was at midnight. Or, sorry, I thought it was at noon, and I just wanted to stay up. But then it turns out it was 12 a.m., and I had missed it by 12 hours. And it was, I don't know what's with this airport, but they have time slots for each flight agency. And mine was gone at this point and wouldn't be back until 5 p.m. the next day. So I couldn't even, like, talk to them and be like, I missed my flight. Like, there was just no one to talk to, like... And I was so tired that I was, like, seeing people that weren't there because I honestly hadn't slept in, like, 60 hours. And then I cried a little. And...
I told you not to go on that trip.
Eventually, the best part was, like, hallucinating that my friends that I had been traveling with were still there, that were not, because they were on a later flight. Like, they were leaving a couple days later than me. And I remember just, like, talking to them on the plane once I got on it, and then waking up later and being like, they're not on this plane.
You're just, like, caressing the face of some poor Taiwanese woman next to you. Thanks for visiting me on the plane, buddy.
This was a great trip, guys. This is the greatest friends I've ever had.
All right, Adam, what are you picking?
I don't know. For a couple of reasons. One, because you say debate your most racist relative.
You're in an argument.
That's what I mean, right? Because I immediately think like, okay, well, this is just going to be 24 hours that after the first 30 minutes, I'm going to get tired, fed up, realize that they're not going to budge because in order to be racist, you basically have to build that opinion off of bullshit.
Like, nobody in this entire argument is changing their mind about anything, but it's just going to go
Because
for
the
24 hours.
racist person has their prejudice based off of things that aren't real anyway, so they're not going to listen to facts. And then I have this really bad habit of when I get into arguments, I get really condescending because I get pissed off about how stupid people are being. And let me tell you, people don't like being talked down to.
Here, I've got a strategy for you. And this is my, like, this is going to be 2019, Laurel. I've turned a new leaf. The best way to have an argument with someone you don't like is to stop caring about winning. Because then you just get to fuck with them.
Oh, they get really mad.
Exactly, but you don't!
Yeah, and I mean, actually, it's funny you say that. I was reading a thing yesterday where somebody brought up a quote that is apparently who it's in arguments or debates, it's always who cares the most loses.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not healthy, but also true. So for me, I just, when I think about arguing with my most racist relative, it's kind of like, all right, well, this is going to be one, fruitless, and two, exhausting. So I think I would rather just deal with transit bullshit because we live in Toronto. That seems pretty regular.
It's like like a whole day though, you're like trying to get somewhere.
I'll just listen to music,
And you're like
people watch.
you're like on a bus that for some reason is like not even moving. It's like stuck in bumper to bumper traffic.
And listen,
like 24 hours.
That shit is maddening, but it's also a level of bullshit that I've kind of numbed to a little bit because my expectations are so low when it comes to travel that if something goes wrong, I just internally go, of course. Why wouldn't this happen? Why
There's
wouldn't
like-
they all fucking know?
There's like 5 babies are like crying. And
you
your
didn't
phone
mention the
is out of
babies.
battery, so you like can't listen to music.
And
you
you're
can't
in
like contact anyone.
You're in the one car that doesn't have heating.
Yeah. If
It's
you,
either too hot or too cold.
if you throw a screaming baby into this, that changes things.
Yeah.
Or one just like precarious, like you don't know if they're drunk or
Yeah.
they're
Somebody-
just kind of not right. And they're
Somebody
sort of
next
coming your
to you.
way.
What's the
Smells
difference?
really bad.
Mhm.
What's the difference between dealing with a screaming child and having to debate a racist? What is the difference between those two things? It's the same thing with
One puts his
slurs.
pants.
Yeah, one's ear piercing and the other is ignorant.
It all
Yeah.
comes down to pitch, really.
I once got into an argument with my mom that lasted an entire day, and I got so savage by the end of it because I was so mad that I was like making her cry.
Oh no.
Yeah, like that's...
I just destroyed her.
Where you're just like, well, at least I didn't lose my husband.
Yeah, like it got to the point where I was just like, at least I don't know, like
Come on, Caitlin,
Be
let
careful,
it out.
be careful.
Let it out.
I'm
Let
not
the
gonna do
world
it now.
know. Put your mom on blast.
This isn't the place. This isn't the time.
Merry
or place.
Christmas. This is exactly the place.
What, you mean to tell me that family gatherings during Christmas go all smooth and never end in screaming matches?
I did witness a really great debate that devolved into like a screaming match. It was like my mom's boyfriend and some other guy that he had like invited to their house for Christmas, and they got into this really bad screaming match, and I was just a spectator, so it was glorious. And it got to the point where Jack like got really drunk and then like threw the guy out of the house.
Nice.
It was spectacular.
I like this kind of would you rather because it's different from the ones that you guys usually do in that it's just a random day and it's like you're buying a day in the future one way or the other.
Yeah.
Where you're unaware
Bad
of it.
day.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, would you rather break your arm at some point or break your leg at some point?
Mm.
As opposed to like, would you rather live with a
Oh, I
second
don't know.
face?
Which arm? Oh.
Which one would you do, Brett?
I think I would debate the racist. One, because I like to debate. Two, because I'm the type of debater that doesn't care as much as Adam was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And three, the screaming baby, I can't deal.
Yeah. I really can't choose because they're both so bad. I think I would probably go with Transit Nightmare.
Yeah, I'm definitely transit.
Yeah, because like last time I was in Transit Hell, I literally got to the point where I was just like, I could just not exist and I would be okay.
I hate inefficiency more than anything. And whenever
Yeah.
I'm in transit hell, I'm just like, God, there's so many better ways to do this.
Yeah, I'm the same way where I'm just like, you're doing it wrong.
I think for me the reason why the transit one seems so much more doable is because you don't have to be engaged. You
Right.
just have to endure.
That's the worst part, though.
No.
Is I need to be engaged. It's the impatience. It's the waiting for shit to happen that
Yeah.
drives me crazy.
Yeah.
But see, for me, I've always got like, okay, well, I'll just think about this or ponder that. And I go up here, baby. I go up here, and I daydream.
I'm already up there.
Go up farther, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I can block out loud people and annoying things and just problem solve or think about something that I got to do in the future or kind of make a to-do list in my head. If I have to debate somebody, then I have to be actively engaged with somebody that I don't want to talk to.
Not really. You can just keep throwing out random arguments. You don't have to be good at debate to debate someone for a day.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I think that the transit thing is more endurable.
Fair enough. I disagree.
We'll agree to disagree.
All right, well, let's debate about it right now.
Ready. Yeah, isn't that what we're doing? Essentially? Having a Christmas argument?
Having a Christmas debate, yeah.
Puddle face is better! Tinsel hair is better!
All right, we're going to take it to the chat now. So please talk amongst yourselves while I look for a
I
good
thought
one.
you had one.
I'm still formulating it.
We'll get
Okay.
back to yours at the end. So make sure you've got a
All right,
cracking one by
let
the
me
end.
bring up my notes on my phone so I can craft this.
We'll come up with one on the spot. Would you rather have a hammer?
Yes. Yes, I would
Or-
rather have a hammer.
Would you rather have 2 hammers?
Are all 3 options claw hammers?
No, they're one is a claw hammer. The rest are random.
I want the claw hammer.
I
I want a guaranteed claw hammer.
Can I tell a story while she's looking for this?
Yes, please do.
Only if
Tell
it's
us
about
a Christmas
hammers.
story.
So I was at the barber earlier today getting my Christmas haircut, and it's one of those like barbers where it's like there's all sorts of dude stuff in there, and
You
there's
got Tinsel tips.
Anyway, so the guy goes to shake my hand at the end as I'm about to pay.
Oh, that's weird.
And I reach to shake his hand, but there's a jar of Jolly Ranchers on the counter.
Oh, please tell me this goes where I think.
And I knock the Jolly Ranchers with my hand.
That's not where I thought it was.
But I still land the handshake, and I lean over and I catch the full jar of Jolly Ranchers in my other hand while I'm still shaking his hand.
Nice.
And I put it back. And I didn't to give myself credit, I didn't go like, holy shit, that was fucking amazing. I just went like, cool, have a great Christmas. And then I like walked out.
So do you think that after you left, that barber was like, what a cool motherfucker that guy was?
I'd like to think so. I'd like to think he thinks I'm a secret agent, like a Jason Bourne type, because of my cat-like
Don't
reflexes.
take this away from him. This is his Christmas wish.
I once did the same thing with a chicken wing at a restaurant, but that's a whole
Ew.
different story.
Catching a
doesn't
chicken
sound
wings
as cool.
up the road. This is where I thought that story was going, was that you were going in for a handshake, saw the Jolly Ranchers, and your hand immediately went. And you just went like, psych, and popped the Jolly Rancher and walked out.
Or even better, he thought the guy was going for a handshake and he was reaching in to grab a Jolly Rancher and Brett totally misread the situation.
But
And
then
went in for
Then he just puts the Jolly Rancher in your hand and says, you good
Or-
boy.
Or even better, Brett misreads the handshake. The guy goes, grabs a Jolly Rancher. Brett panics, puts his hand in with the other guy's hand to grab the Jolly Rancher to try to pull out of the awkward situation and makes it
They
worse.
pull out the same Jolly Rancher and they have to, like, Lady in the Tramp style open.
Meanwhile, they're not breaking eye contact and nobody is acknowledging what's happening because they both hate everything that's happening. We have fun here.
Okay, I have a would you rather.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Spiffy Boone.
Ooh.
Would you rather replace any use or consumption of milk with eggnog for the entirety of December, or be forced to eat sugary meals like Buddy the Elf for the entirety of December?
Sorry, say that again?
Would you rather replace any use or consumption of milk with eggnog for the entirety of December?
Okay.
Okay.
Or be forced to eat sugary meals like Buddy the Elf for the entirety of December?
Oof.
I actually think it would be interesting because I don't drink glasses of milk, but
Yeah,
I'll
me
have
neither.
but having like pancakes made with eggnog instead of milk, like that could be
I've done that
be
before.
good.
It's pretty good.
or even or like a cake or even a loaf of bread or something. Like everything would just have essence of eggnog rather than like just straight eggnog.
So like your coffee, it's got eggnog in it.
Yeah,
I drink my coffee black.
I'd fuck with that.
Your
Cereal with eggnog.
Cereal?
I've done that before. It's not very good.
I do have cereal from time. I honestly don't drink that
I can
much
give
milk.
I'm trying to
Cereal
imagine
for
who other than a child is drinking milk on a daily basis.
I mean, no. People,
Almond milk.
people drink milk still all the time. For me personally, I don't.
You guys both say milk, and it drives me crazy.
Milk?
What do you say?
Milk.
Milk.
You said milk.
Milk.
Milk?
Yeah, you were like
With
milk.
vitamin-
You were like milk with a U. You
Vitamin
were like
G.
milk.
Milk.
Milk. Milk. Milk.
You gonna correct my grammar next? What are you doing?
You just said it with so much texture and it made me crazy.
Made me uncomfortable.
Like, ugh.
I don't like eggnog, which is a problem.
It's a sipping drink. I gotta.
I would guzzle eggnog by the gallon if it was socially acceptable. So I am totally going with eggnog.
Well, would you let a maid baby bird feed it to you?
I would have
It's
the chew girl
You go with spit gallons
gargle
of eggnog.
Yeah.
I love it so much, and with the exception of it on cereal, that didn't work out.
Do you like eggs?
I like eggs.
You don't?
They're not my favorite thing in the world, but I eat eggs pretty regularly. I'm a fan of the brunch. I'm a millennial that lives in Toronto. I brunch.
Get that holiday.
Yeah, but I guess for me, I've never really. For me, eggnog's always felt kind of weird, just because it's kind of like egg juice.
A little bit.
And
It's just like runny custard.
yeah, I mean, yes, you're right. I when I was a kid, it made no sense to me, and as I'm older now, it makes more sense to me. Especially once I found out people put a fuck ton of brandy and rum in it. I was like, oh, okay.
In Australia, you can get like all kinds of flavored eggnog. They have like chocolate eggnog, and peppermint
Ooh,
eggnog,
I don't know.
brandy eggnog.
Peppermint, maybe. I don't know about chocolate eggnog. That seems.
It's just like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's weird. I have okay. So this question has actually touched on weird stuff for me because I have so many feelings about eggnog.
Oh my goodness.
I wish
You have so many noggy feelings.
I have so
Is
many.
this your confession?
No, it's just I've never liked it, but people love it so much, and people get so excited about it when it becomes like a season because it's a seasonal thing,
I don't
right?
know. I say it's a pretty love-hate. There's a good like 50, maybe 60-40 split on eggnog, I think.
I guess, but my point is that I see people get so excited when it comes into season because they can buy it and enjoy it and all that stuff, and I quietly go, I wish I liked eggnog. I want to be part of the eggnog zeitgeist.
I want to be excited like you guys.
I want to be excited about nog like everybody else.
Oh my god.
So,
I used to feel that way about like wine and olives and like all those things that people fucking love.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, I've never loved anything the way someone who loves olives loves
Except
olives.
eggnog.
Except eggnog.
That's your olive.
Yeah,
Eggnog's
eggnog.
my olives.
and you just go, I want to feel that feeling. I want to feel that
I
joy.
don't feel that nog feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred's just like swirling a cup of eggnog like a fancy man.
Yeah. So I'm going with the eggnog, not because I like eggnog, but because maybe it'll make me like eggnog, and I just want to feel something.
Just we'll do a little experiment. We'll get some eggnog pancakes, some eggnog
Cereal?
cappuccinos.
Cappuccinos?
We'll do a little. We'll find your nog.
Maybe. Well, hey, I know what I'll do. So, like I said, I like to buy little gifts for my partner. So I'm gonna get her some nog, seeing how it's coming, and she likes
Yeah,
it. So maybe
yeah.
I'll give it another try. It's been a long time since I've had eggnog, so maybe this will be the year that I.
Oh,
Maybe
do you know
if
what
you
you
just.
do you know what you should do?
What?
Is like get a cup of rum, put a little
Yeah.
shot of eggnog
That's
in
what I
there.
was gonna say. And just slowly up the.
Yeah, up the nog
Ratio.
content day by day,
and then
until you
remove
like
the
it.
rum, and then I get the shakes.
and suddenly you're an alcoholic. What could go
Oh.
wrong?
Also, probably has diabetes.
The one thing I will say that I like the cereal did not work out is the Starbucks eggnog latte is disgusting.
Is it?
It's-
That
Starbucks.
sounds super
Watch out.
rich.
It tricks me every year where I'm like, oh, fuck, right, eggnog. And then I get it and I'm like, no, trick me again. And I throw it on the sidewalk.
Why make it a latte?
I don't know.
Like they put coffee in
Do they like steam eggnog? No, that would just be scrambled.
They're probably
eggs.
doing what
Yeah.
we were talking about, which is just replacing the milk with eggnog.
Mm.
Yeah, but like a latte is steamed milk, isn't it?
I don't know.
Are they steamed?
it? Yeah, they usually because they get the little bit of
Steam that
foam.
nog?
I feel like that would be way too rich.
It's pretty gross. It doesn't even taste like eggnog. That's the other thing. If it tasted like eggnog with a little shot of coffee, that would probably be delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've put eggnog in coffee and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You can't really treat it just like a milk supplement. You have to be aware of what it is. You can't just like heat that shit up and think it's all gonna be fine.
If it was dairy instead of milk, this would be a lot more interesting. Like,
Yeah, like if it was like every single dairy thing was replaced with
you
eggnog.
go get a piece
Eggnog
of pizza.
cheese?
Yeah.
Is that a
Eggnog
thing?
cheese.
Probably not.
Eggnog ice cream.
Eggnog ice cream would be so good. I
Yeah,
bet that
it's definitely
exists
a thing.
too.
Yeah.
that
yeah.
must be a
I don't
thing.
even like eggnog, as previously mentioned, and that sounds good. I
Yeah.
bet that would be good.
I'm going with the noggy thing because like I haven't drunk milk for like probably a few years.
Yeah,
like I
same.
can't even imagine a time where I'd just be like, I'm gonna sit down and have a big old glass of milk.
You just stand up and your bones break.
Spinach is kind of calcium milk.
Really?
That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
There's lots of things with calcium in it. Milk isn't that good for you.
It's really not, and it's disgusting.
I don't agree with that. I think it tastes good. I
like chocolate milk. Sometimes if I go to the
yeah.
place over there, like the village thing, they've got
Yeah.
like the thing full of all the drinks, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have a chocolate milk with my soup.
Why soup? Why do you have to mix it with soup?
Well, that's all I get from there? I knew as soon as I said it that it was going to be a thing. Let's just move past it.
No, we're not moving past your chocolate.
What
milk
kind of soup?
It's usually the barley one.
It's pretty
That's
good.
acceptable.
Yeah, it's already a creamy soup.
What? Barley soup isn't creamy?
Or it's the minestrone, the little things of pasta.
Lentil?
No, I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
Whatever, man.
It's the one on the right when you go in, you're facing the way.
Turns out it's like a potato cream soup.
And I'm just picturing you like pouring the chocolate milk into
Yeah.
the soup and
Stirring it up, be like, this is far more efficient.
I do love efficiency.
As you can tell by my fedora.
You tip your fedora to the man at the market.
I'd ban you from this.
I will say it though, I'm honestly not surprised that you are not going for the sugary meal for the whole month of December, considering I know you
well,
have
I
a
just
sweet-
do that anyway, so why pick something?
Yeah.
That's already a thing.
Brett said something to me once that I've never forgotten, and I think is funny and kind of accurate. Because I can't remember. I think it was when we were in New York. I just saw you constantly with sweets,
Oh,
and then I
right.
think Brett said she eats like a hummingbird. I've only ever seen her eat sugar and water.
Turns out that's the secret to good health. Yeah, I think we actually, there was a couple of us, we made like a pact. We all got up at 6 a.m. so that we could go get cheesecake to take on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. That was silly.
Oh, it was worth it. Sugar and water, that's all you need.
Ridiculous.
Sugar and water, that's all you need.
Okay,
Quote.
I've got a would you rather from Tumblr. From Twitter, sorry. Tumblr's dead. Get out of here, Tumblr. From Twitter. Dahlia asks, would you rather change Santa's reindeers to any animal you like every year, but after every Christmas you have to fight and eat them, and they become magical after you
Yes.
choose them, so can fly and things like that?
Yes.
Or you get to choose the punishment for every naughty child on Santa's list, but you are on the naughty list too.
Oh, it's been, I don't think we've ever done a choose between two really good things.
I don't think these were supposed to be good ones.
Oh.
You're just a little twisted.
But that does bring up that point though. We should do more of those where it's like it's hard because they're both so
They're
good.
both so good. Do I get to torture children or kill and eat magical animals?
Oh, I can't. They're both so good.
I mean, the thing with making it so the kids are upset, you could play that in a way so that the punishment doesn't affect you at all. Like if I were to say all the children on the naughty list aren't allowed to play Fortnite all next year, I would be fine.
I would say like all the children need to spend a month in a sweatshop making me shoes.
Okay, whoa.
You would have to too.
Okay,
I'm
wow.
not a child.
No, but it says you are on the naughty list too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're
I missed
inflicting
that
this
part.
on yourself.
I missed that part.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got too excited.
You were too
about
excited.
torture.
I just heard torture children and I was like, I'm there. Ugh. I hit a robot.
I'm going to go with the children one. Because I think there's a distinct lack of discipline with today's children, and I think I could take this as a huge opportunity to like completely correct an entire generation of the human race.
Yeah. You could say, oh, the punishment could be work at Tin Man. You already work here, so you're good. And then you've got the world's worth of naughty children working for
That
free.
sounds like a babysitting job to me.
Yeah.
I'd be putting them in like the sheet metal factory or something like that. I'd be like, we're gonna learn ethic, we're gonna build a lot of character.
You're the Victorian child snatcher.
Yeah, I am the Victorian child
He's
snatcher.
gonna go around and kidnap children every year.
Come on, we're going to the mills. Get in the van.
But it's not every child. There's only children who are on the naughty
Come
list.
on, that's pretty much all of them.
Oh, but that means you're dealing with brats.
They're
They're gonna be pissing and crying.
He's gonna iron them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix the whole world in one night. Or wait, how long does it last for?
It just says you get to choose the punishment. So,
Oh.
like,
Oh, okay.
whatever the punishment is, however long you...
Yeah, years.
Want it
I'm
to
gonna make
last.
it years.
Yeah. So you're naughty once and you're accruing debt.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna be stuck working in Brett's sheet metal factory until you become an adult.
That's right.
So you better watch out, children.
But you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight 12 magical badgers. Just punch punching them out of the sky.
As they
Not
ball your
magical.
hands.
Like
Not
you don't
magical
have
flying,
magical.
but-
You don't have magical
guinea
powers.
pigs. And you just because the only magic they get is that they can fly, right?
No, it says they can fly and things like that. So I think that their range of magical abilities are like pretty broad.
Oh, just like a badger with
you
a
can't
glowing
just say
red nose.
quote unquote things like that. That's too.
What else do they do besides fly?
What's something that's like flying?
Breathing fire.
Yeah, like breathing fire or laser
Laser
eyes.
eyes. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no, lasers is way more deadly than just flying. If they were just like a bunch of flying potato
Yeah, but like they're supposed
rats.
to like
They're
be
supposed to be
dangerous. Yeah. It's
Well,
not. You're not
punish
just
children.
gonna be punching hamsters. You're gonna be punching like mutant
punching
hamsters
flying
that have laser
hamsters.
eyes.
Pow pow!
And you don't have magical abilities.
Come on, how satisfying would it be to punch a flying hamster?
Just pick like mice every year.
I
You
can
just...
go to the pet store right now, get you a hamster, and like throw it up to you, and we can find out.
Turns out that's gonna be my secret Santa.
Yeah, your secret Santa
Someone
is-
punches a hamster at me and I just get to go poo. Merry Christmas. Come on. Yeah, I'll torture children.
Yeah, I think I'll torture some
I
children.
Yeah.
can't fuck with laser eye animals. There's 12 of them. That's too many.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wait,
No,
does
there's
Santa?
8 of them.
Yeah, Santa doesn't have 12 reindeers.
I never paid attention. I thought it was like he started with 12 before them died.
I mean, you
off
do get to
after-
eat them afterwards, so
Yeah,
Ooh,
you
that's
can make them
delicious.
delicious.
All the
But
Sure,
that's
but
only
you-
if I win.
it's only if you win. Yeah.
There's a good chance I'm not gonna win.
You could make them pigs, and you could have their magic ability to sweat honey. That would be delicious.
If you could decide their magic,
I
that'd
don't think
be
you get
cool.
to decide their magical
Oh, you don't
ability.
get to decide? Okay.
No.
No, or I would
Well,
definitely
then
go
it's
with
too
that
much
one.
of a risk.
Yeah,
It's
too
it's
risky.
too dangerous.
And the kid thing is too much of an opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, like, the only problem with your sheet metal factory is that you're gonna also have to work in a
That's
sheet
fine.
metal
That's
factory.
I've worked in a factory.
Yeah, so have I. Like, oh, my punishment is I get a job.
Yeah. Fucking
Wham!
rats.
Yeah.
Get back in there.
I would be given like a Nobel Prize and made Man of the Year the following year for what I will be able to do with these naughty children.
Or you'd get put in jail.
And then all of the
Oh,
children
yeah.
have to go to jail with you and make license plates.
They have to make shivs.
Yeah.
I'd like
Come on down! Laurel's child shiving party.
I love the idea of a bunch of kids like being together and just going, we have to be good or Brett will get us.
You're the new Krampus.
Yeah.
You're the new Krampus.
Oh, sick. I want to be the new Krampus.
Yeah, let's all be a Krampus.
And I'll run around with a bag of hammers.
Does that mean you have to be struck with a hammer?
Is that how that worked with Krampus?
No, but if you're striking children with a hammer as punishment, you have to get struck too.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll take one for the team.
Or it could just be like, or it could just be psychological terror. Like the punishment is like you get chased by a man with a hammer. So if that happens to you, like you're fine. But for a child, that would be terrifying, and probably do a little bit of long-term damage.
Long-term psychological damage. Just really destroy them.
Whereas like our brains are already all calcified over it. We're fine.
I have a would you rather.
Okay, thank you.
All right, this might be a little. Let me work it out as I go. All right, would you rather? So the preface to this is that you have a Rudolph nose, which does light up.
Yes.
I'm into it.
Would you rather have it light up
I know where this is going.
every time you have a sexual thought? So like every time you got like a boner or a lady boner,
It's just lit 24/7.
or have it light up every time you think someone is stupid or ugly.
Ooh.
Okay, so do other people know what the light indicates?
They're gonna work it out.
Right.
It won't
Are
take long.
Because like I
Oh,
could
yeah.
just say like, oh, it
Because
lights
if they
up
just see
every
it going
time
off every now and then through the day, they're not going to know that you're
Yeah,
like
but the
having
minute
a sexy
the
vibe.
minute some like bombshell walks through the door and it's just going nuts, they're gonna know what's going on.
Okay.
And the minute some like uggo walks through the door,
But no, what could happen is they could mistake the one that, like the one that goes off when you're disgusted to think like, oh, Brett's into some real like funky folk. Because something about the idea of a light going off just visually indicates positivity. So if
Yeah.
it's going off every time you meet someone annoying or ugly, people are just gonna think that's what you're into. too.
Yeah, it's gonna be mixed signals, and I'm gonna be like, no, sorry.
Wait, no, I'm not.
This means you're stupid.
And they'll be like, sure.
Sure it
Wink.
does. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, people know.
They
People
just
know.
know what's
They
up.
just know. Yeah.
I kind of, I can't help thinking about the first one. It's like, say you're having an intimate experience and it's just going off and you're just like...
Or you're not into it, but you're like, yeah, I'll just go along with it because, whatever. And then it's just like
It's just-
dark.
And they're like, you're into this, right? And you're like, yeah, totally. This
Well,
is great.
just think your nose isn't lighting up, so you're like, it's fine, just hurry up.
I really want to go to bed.
Wait, so is this you? Like, if you're the guy and you're not into it and your nose is dark, you're just like, I'll just get it over with. What? Nah, I think it'd be...
Adam, you've been quite quiet.
No, I'm just listening and I'm thinking because my immediate thing was if it goes off every time you think somebody is stupid, it would be weird because I would have a conversation with somebody, because I think highly of all my friends. If I didn't, they wouldn't be my friends, so I'm not worried about that. But
But there are moments.
But it's not specifically that. It's if I were dealing with somebody that I'm kind of lukewarm on, or is just like an acquaintance or something, and they start talking, and then my nose starts blinking and my eyes get all squinty. I kind of feel like it might out me a little bit. But then I was like, oh man, that could be fun, actually, maybe.
Because there's moments when people are talking where you just go like, oh yeah, sure, and after they've said something stupid that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
But that those social niceties would be out the window.
Mhm.
Yeah, because, even the people that I think, like, really highly of, every once in a while have a moment where I'm just like, that was a dumb thing you just said.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Chocolate milk and soup. Blink, blink, blink.
Yeah.
When you're like, I'm gonna get a cool fedora, all of us are like, boing.
Yeah. That could be fun because you're talking to them and then their nose starts to blink and you just stop and go, fuck you.
What if it's like one of those moments where a friend's having a crisis and they're telling you something really important and
That's
intimate, but
even
you're also kind
funnier.
of like, well, you probably shouldn't have done that in the first place.
I think it would make you really honest, right? And everybody loves somebody who's
Yeah, but the
honest.
other
Out of
one also
necessity.
makes you really honest.
No one loves someone who's honest. What are you talking about?
I also don't, I wouldn't be bothered if people knew I was having sexy thoughts. If they were just like, hey, you're having sexy thoughts, I'd be like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, but for us, it carries a different
Uh,
situation where if some girl walks up and we're just talking and suddenly some thought pops into your head out of nowhere and that light goes off, you could be, liable.
Oh no, that could actually go really bad for
Yeah.
us ladies as well. If we're at a bar and we're looking at some guy, and even if we're not interested, but a random sexy thought comes into our head and our light starts going off, and then they're like, oh, this girl's she's on,
'Cause-
go after her.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other problem. There's a lot of subconscious sexual thoughts that people have on a pretty regular basis. So if your nose is just flickering and you're like, I was thinking about lunch, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And all of a sudden people are bothering you.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, some dude's like, what's up, girl?
I see your nose is blinking and I
Yeah.
know it's from
Some
me.
guy named Trent walks over.
No! Your
Your
name's
nose immediately turns off.
If your name is Trent, you're a bastard and you deserve to die alone.
Whoa!
Where did that come from?
I'm offended for the Trents of the world. Holy
Who hurt you, Laura?
Yes.
What did Trent do?
I've never met a Trent in my life. But as
See?
soon as you said it, for some reason I was just like, Trent deserves
I searched
to
my
die.
mind for the most douchebaggery name I could find. It was like Trent.
See right there, if my nose blinked when people said stupid shit, my nose would be going off right now. Because I was like, God damn.
Adam, that was too honest.
So wait, is it when somebody's being stupid and annoying?
Or stupid or ugly.
Oh, stupid or ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! What if there was just one?
Yeah. See, I figured
Brett!
the stupid one could be used for good. That's why I threw on the ugly.
Yeah, because that's something where it's like you're not helping
I don't-
anyone by being honest.
I
in
don't
that
think
way.
the stupid one could be used for good.
I think
Yeah.
there's a redeeming quality to it where it's kind of like, people would kind of learn like, oh, I just said something stupid. Okay.
Yeah, then I would stop saying things like anyone named Trent deserves to die alone.
And I have a fear though of the other one where it's like you become so self-conscious about the sexual thoughts that it kind of Pavlovianly trains you to not have them.
Oh no.
So you get repressed.
Yeah, you get super repressed.
No, I just let my freak flag fly. Be like, you deal with my blinking nose. I don't give a shit.
Just stop blinking your nose at me, Laurel. It's making me uncomfortable.
Look, stop looking at it. These are my thoughts. You're the one staring at me. Stop it.
This is a place of work, Laurel.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where it would go real quick. It's like there'd be calls to HR
Stop
and everything
objectifying me.
Look, I'm working on a particularly sexy episode of Super Science Fans. Can't help it.
Yeah, I don't know which one I would.
I'm going with the every time somebody says something stupid
Or is ugly?
or is ugly. But I mean, that's so.
You're just looking at someone's
It's
new baby
so
and they're just like, look,
subjective.
I just had a new baby. And then you look at it like, bing, bing, bing.
Like, how many truly ugly people do you come across in day-to-day life?
Every day.
Every day. It's like a 20-to-1 shot.
20 to 1? Holy shit. So 1 in 5 people are ugly?
No. They reverse.
Oh, 5. Like,
1 out of, what is it? It's from Seinfeld where he goes like, how many people do you think are dateable? And he's like, it's like 4 to 6%. It's a 20-to-1 shot.
whoa.
How are all these people getting together? Alcohol.
Dang.
Mm.
Brett's nose is just constantly lit.
Imagine like going on like blind dates.
Or imagine you're just like, so like we all come into the office for a meeting and your nose comes up and we're looking at each other being like,
Which
which
one
one
is
is it?
I guess that's the thing. The ugly part of that would really determine. I think it would be more of a problem if you're more judgmental.
Which,
Right, because it's like your personal.
Yeah.
Because
your opinion.
what's unattractive is subjective.
But there's a difference between unattractive and ugly.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of people that I do not find attractive, but
can recognize that.
that somebody else might.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When I think of ugly, I think of hard to look at, and I honestly cannot think too many. When I think of hard to look at, I think of sad shit or heartbreaking shit. Not that the person is so physically repulsive. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm trying to come off like a really altruistic dude right now, and I'm not. I'm just
This
Like,
whole
you
episode
see
you've
the
been
good in
so
it.
no, but
nice.
I'm just being honest.
For a man holding a hammer for no reason, you've been awfully generous this whole episode.
There is a certain thing though, like the idea of ugly is kind of like a childish term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, you're ugly. But whereas nowadays you don't really see it. It's like, yeah, if it's someone with like some sort of unfortunate deformity or something,
Yeah.
it's like, it's more sad than it is.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
don't-
just go like, ew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's what
worse.
I'm really struggling with, and I'm really struggling with the
Then
term
there's
ugly because it's
weird.
not really super in my lexicon. And here's some sad sack shit. I feel like the ugly part would only go off when I'm looking in the mirror and I'm being super hard on myself.
Oh, you self-earned instead of me.
Yeah. I'm being vulnerable.
Oh my god,
But
stop
no,
it.
where I just, because we all have those days where you're super hard on yourself, so you look in the mirror and then your nose starts blinking.
I
You're
don't
like,
know
son
what
of a bitch! I need new shirts or something.
God damn it, I'm just trying to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get through the day.
Picturing Adam with like sad clown makeup and he's got that Rudolph nose and he's just crying.
Hello, Darkness, my old friend is playing lightly in the background.
I got my Christmas wish.
All right, I think it's about time to wrap this
Yeah.
clown show up.
Hey, Laura, what's happening at 3 o'clock today?
Oh my god, guys! New episode of Super Science Friends today at 3 o'clock. Watch it!
Everybody get hyped. This episode is fucking mind-blowing. I mean, I don't want to overhype it. That's what I keep saying to everyone. But seriously,
It's as good a quality as we've ever made.
it's on par.
It's very much on par. Check it out.
Well, thanks for joining us for Streamy Dreams, everyone. We had a great Christmas fun time.
Except for you,
Very
Trent.
wholesome.
Fuck you, Trent.
Fuck Trent.
Yeah, I still have this hammer.
We got a new episode of Shitty Wizard out tomorrow, and then we're going to take a break over the holidays, and we'll be back sometime in January.
Wait, I missed that first part. We're not doing this next week?
No, we're taking a break for the holidays,
Okay, cool.
and then we'll be back sometime in January. But there is a new episode of Shitty Wizard out tomorrow, and a new episode of Super Science Friends out today, so don't get it mixed up.
Just watch both.
Yeah, just
Just
watch both.
stay on the
Watch
internet, watch YouTube until you don't feel feelings
It's a
anymore.
collected 22 minutes of content. I think you guys can handle it.
All right, peace out.
Bye.
See ya.
Hammer time.
Oh, were you waiting for that the whole
No.
episode?
I literally just thought of that now.